Is Russia more powerful than the US? Russia is the world's largest country by landmass, but it doesn't hold the title for most powerful country. Is it, though? We're going to take a look at where Russia ranks compared to the US in several categories to see which one of these countries is the true powerhouse. Stick around till the end of this video because there are some surprises. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. Land area. When it comes to sheer size, Russia blows the United States out of the water. The US is ranked 40th in the world with just over 9 million square kilometers, while Russia holds the top spot with a massive 17.1 million square kilometers. But don't be fooled by size alone. Not all large countries are powerhouses, and while Russia may have the advantage in land area, the US has other factors working in its favor. The US has a larger population than Russia, meaning it has a bigger workforce and consumer market. It also has a higher GDP, which is a measure of the total value of goods and services produced in a country. In fact, the US economy is nearly twice the size of Russia's. The US is also home to some of the world's most valuable brands and companies. Its military spending is significantly higher than Russia's. This allows them to have a more advanced and high-tech military. It also has a very strong diplomatic presence worldwide and is seen as a leader in many international organizations. Additionally, the US has more scientific and technological advancements than Russia, which helps drive innovation and economic growth. All of these factors contribute to the overall power of a country and show that while size does matter, it's not the only thing that determines a country's power. Military power. When we compare the military power of Russia and the United States, things start to shift in favor of the latter. Despite Russia's larger land area and geographic proximity to many European nations, the US has a significant edge in several key areas. First and foremost is the size of their respective militaries. The Russian military has an active duty force of about 1 million soldiers, while the US has over 1.5 million active duty personnel. Moreover, the U.S. has a well-established reserve force that can be quickly mobilized if necessary. This gives the U.S. a significant advantage in terms of manpower. Another critical factor is military expenditure. The U.S. spends over $700 billion annually on its military, far more than Russia's $62 billion budget. This translates into better equipment, training, and technology for American troops. For example, the U.S. Air Force operates a wide range of advanced fighter jets like the F-35 and F-22, while Russia's fighter fleet is largely composed of older models. Furthermore, the U.S. Navy is the largest in the world, with over 11 aircraft carriers and numerous sophisticated warships. This naval superiority enables the U.S. to project power across the globe, including in strategic regions like the Middle East and the Asia-Pacific. Russia, on the other hand, has only one aircraft carrier and its navy is relatively smaller and less capable. Despite these disparities, it would be inaccurate to label the Russian military as weak. Russia has developed new and advanced weapon systems, particularly in the realm of nuclear capabilities. They've also invested in cutting-edge technologies like hypersonic missiles, which pose a serious threat to the U.S. and its allies. Moreover, Russia has a large stockpile of nuclear warheads, giving it a significant deterrent capability. However, when considering overall military power, the U.S. still holds the upper hand due to its larger budget, advanced technology, and global reach. Economy. Russia's economy is heavily reliant on the export of natural resources such as oil and gas. This dependence makes it vulnerable to fluctuations in global energy prices and demand. The U.S. economy, on the other hand, is more diversified. While it does have a significant energy sector, it also has robust industries such as technology, finance, entertainment, and manufacturing. This diversification provides a buffer against economic shocks that may impact a single sector. Furthermore, the U.S. has a highly skilled and educated workforce, which is a key driver of innovation and productivity. This skilled labor force enables the U.S. to develop advanced technologies and products that can be exported around the world, bringing in foreign exchange and boosting the economy. Russia, however, faces challenges related to its aging population and limited access to certain technologies due to international sanctions. These factors can hinder its ability to compete in certain high-tech industries. Additionally, the U.S. has a more integrated and interconnected economy with global markets. This integration allows American businesses to tap into a wider customer base and access resources from around the world. Russia's more isolated economy can limit its potential for growth and development in certain sectors. Overall, while Russia does have some economic strengths, the U.S. has a more diversified, skilled, and integrated economy that is better positioned for long-term growth and resilience. Quality of life. When comparing the quality of life in Russia and the United States, several important factors must be considered. One crucial aspect is human development. The United Nations Human Development Index, HDI, is a measure of overall well-being based on health, education, and income. Russia ranks 63rd in the world in terms of HDI, while the United States ranks 16th. This indicates that the quality of life and overall well-being are generally higher in the United States. Several factors contribute to this difference. First, the United States has a longer life expectancy than Russia. According to the World Bank, the average life expectancy in the United States is around 78 years, while in Russia it is around 72 years. This gap in life expectancy reflects differences in healthcare systems, lifestyle factors, and environmental conditions. Second, the United States has higher levels of education. The United States spends more money per student and has higher rates of high school and college graduation. Better access to quality education can lead to higher incomes, better job opportunities, and greater civic engagement, all of which contribute to a better quality of life. Third, income and employment levels also play a significant role in determining quality of life. The United States has a higher per capita income than Russia. Additionally, the United States has lower unemployment rates, which indicate a stronger economy and more job opportunities. Nuclear capabilities. Russia holds the title for having the largest nuclear arsenal in the world, with over 6,200 nuclear warheads. On the other hand, the United States comes in second with a nuclear arsenal of over 5,200 warheads. While both countries possess formidable nuclear capabilities, the United States maintains a slight advantage. The U.S. has a more diverse range of nuclear weapons systems, including submarine-launched ballistic missiles, which are considered particularly effective and secure. Additionally, the U.S. has invested heavily in research and development related to nuclear weapons, ensuring that its arsenal remains technologically advanced and efficient. Despite Russia's larger arsenal size, the United States' technological edge and diverse weapon systems give it a slight advantage in terms of nuclear capabilities. Diplomatic influence. The United States undoubtedly holds the top position when it comes to diplomatic influence globally. It has a vast network of embassies and consulates in almost every country in the world and actively participates in numerous international organizations. This extensive reach enables the U.S. to engage with countries across the globe and shape international agendas. Additionally, the U.S. has strong alliances with many countries, including NATO members and other strategic partners. These alliances provide a framework for cooperation on various issues, allowing the U.S. to pool resources and expertise with its allies. Russia, on the other hand, has a much more limited diplomatic network. It has fewer embassies and consulates worldwide, and its alliances are primarily with countries that share similar political systems or strategic interests. While Russia does wield some diplomatic influence, particularly in its neighboring countries, it lacks the global reach and extensive network of the United States. So, which country is more powerful? After considering various factors, it's clear that neither country is definitively more powerful than the other. Each has its own strengths and weaknesses. The United States has advantages in military power, economy, and diplomatic influence, while Russia excels in land area and nuclear capabilities. Ultimately, the perception of power depends on the criteria used to measure it. There is no single metric that can encompass all aspects of national power. Different countries prioritize different factors, and what constitutes power can be subjective. Both Russia and the United States are undoubtedly major players on the world stage, and their relative power is likely to continue to be debated. Thanks for watching. Do you think Russia is more powerful than the US? Why or why not? Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.